was congruent throughout. That there was not just the theme of falling in love, but the information was consistent.
The network that we keep referring to in relationships, it's not just the person that you meet initially, but it's the people that they know. And
that's been around, it's really a fantastic concept.
Great, it sounds like it is, and I'm familiar with a couple.
Speaking with Robert about it this afternoon was, I thought it was really great how, even though none of us really knew each other prior to, for the most part, but our message was congruent throughout. That there was not just the theme of falling in love, but the information was consistent without us even having talked to one another and spoken to one another. The messages kept ringing through everyone's talks throughout the workshop, and I thought that was just good affirmation that we're all on the right page.
Extra money that you're saving on things like that is really important, especially in this economy where it is really important.
Thank you.
Is your network worth? All right. Welcome to the show, both of you. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having us. It's a pleasure.
Excited. So let me start with you, Robert. Tell us about your professional background and currently what you do.
I have done everything from real estate to owning a franchise, Jenna King, franchise tax office. Did some assisted living. I had 2 assisted living facilities and 5 independent living facilities, and owned a nightclub also. So I've kind of been an entrepreneur for quite a few years. And right now I'm an independent associate with a company called Legal Shield and co-founder of Build Your Net Networking.
Okay, great, thank you. And Katie, could you tell us about your professional background and your current profession?
Certainly. I actually spent the last 11 years as a sales director with Mary Kay Cosmetics. Drove the pink Cadillac, the whole 9 yards, and just was looking for something different. I actually own another company called IPA Accomplice, which assists businesses in having the income producing activity time that they need by taking some of the tasks off their plate. And then I'm the co-founder of Build Your Net.
Okay, awesome, awesome. Robert, what is your passion in life?
My time freedom. Yeah, time freedom. I have I love the network, and I like the time freedom of being able to own a business and get myself to a stage. And actually, that number is 45 right now. Right now, 36 years old, and at 45, I want to be retired in a sense where I kind of roll over when the alarm clock go off, not wake up. So and that's my passion, to have time freedom, to be able to do things with with my children and things with their children whenever they have their children. I want to be able to kind of operate on my own time. So time is very important to me. I've been a workaholic for years, and I feel like freeing myself up to be able to kind of relax and go on vacations and things like that. So that's why I put myself in a situation where I can be part of a business where I won't have to work at it for the next 30 or 40 years.
Right. So time is your passion. That's awesome. And Katie, what is one thing that keeps you going every day?
Well, we have a statement that we kind of live by or take our goals back to on a regular basis is your why should make you cry. So my why is really, I think about my mom. I think about being able to care for her in her senior years, and of course, my family. My family is very important to me. It's what keeps me going, keeps me motivated, and keeps me focused on doing what I need to do in business.
Okay, time and why. The why, that's interesting. Robert, can you define the term network?
Networking is basically your ability to create a team of people around you and kind of facilitate building relationships with people because we feel like everybody is a doorway. When I meet somebody, their whole wealth of contacts become mine if I build a proper relationship with them. So networking is basically you as an individual going out and creating relationships with other people so that you can share your contacts with them and then they can share their contact with you. And that's how we build relationships and grow our businesses. And and it's, when I say building relationships, I mean business-wise and personal-wise. Absolutely.
Oh, business and personal. Okay. Katie, why is it imperative for business owners to establish a network for their business?
Well, it's some of that's obvious. It's where your business actually comes from. The network, like you referred to, relationships. It's not just the person that you meet initially, but it's the people that they know, and that network can be endless. It can be limitless, and that network is what will drive your business. You may be in this business today, but you may decide to start something new down the road. Your network's going to be invaluable to you.
Right. That's true. That is very true. Robert, can you provide examples as to how individuals can establish a network for their business?
Oh yeah, by going to functions, doing things like joining the chamber, joining networking groups like ours, which will be a referral-based industry-exclusive network because you meet once a week and that gives you an opportunity to build relationships on a weekly basis. And because you pay in this, there are different regulations where you have to be there. You consistently meet with the same people. Sometimes just going to different evening mixers and different functions, you can go to different websites and find where they have all kind of evening events where you just go into the function and meet people and just compliment people and shake their hands and always find out what they do first. Always when you meet people, find out what you can do for them and what it is they do. Take interest in that person before you start to offer up things about yourself. Yeah.
Absolutely, that's great. Sounds like what we call hard selling, and that's the first thing that we do with hard
That's really
selling.
great.
Do that. Are you guys familiar with hard selling?
Yeah, I grasp from the terminology.
Right,
That's great.
And both of you, how much do you really think a person's network is really worth?
I personally would say it's priceless. You truly cannot put a price on the network that you establish for yourself.
Absolutely. In the back of what she's saying is, there's no way you can count it because I don't know all your contacts and how many centers of influence that you have that could benefit my business. And so it's like being on LinkedIn. If you've ever been on LinkedIn, they say, oh, you got 700 contacts, but you actually have access to 15 million people. So you don't really know how much it's worth. But that's the good thing. It's priceless and it's limitless, and that's why you meet so many people. Is because you want to have yourself in a position where you say, my referral base, my contact base goes beyond the scope of what I can even imagine. So you always have a warm market, and that's what BYM Build Your Network and believes in, expanding your warm market, so you don't ever have to make cold calls again. You want to be able to pick up the phone and say, hey, I received your business card from Miss Diane, and she said that you were interested in my service. And that's a lot warmer call than it is to they call from a list. So.
Right. And so I was going to ask you to talk a little bit more about warm calling, what that really is when you have a warm contact. Can you go just a little bit more and explain what that really is?
Oh yeah, absolutely. A warm contact would be, and I'm going to give you a good example. We talk about this in our group sometime. What people call a lead. Where somebody's a landscaping company and somebody says, well, you call my next door neighbor, they have grass. That's a lead. That's not a warm referral. A warm referral is me going to you and saying, as a landscaper, hey, how you doing? My next door neighbor was having some really bad problems with getting a hold of their landscaper. They're not cutting the grass on time. But let me do this. Let me go ahead and give him a call. And when I give him a call, I'm gonna put you on the phone, connect them on the phone in front of you. Let them get a chance to relate to each other. Now it's warm. They make an appointment on the phone, and now they've been introduced properly. They've contacted each each other. They have an appointment set, and now it's warm from that point on. You feel like you already know them because the resource between you two, the mutual friend you have in common, you both built a relationship with them, and now you both know, like, and trust that person. And that's what a warm referral is. Somebody should be contacting them first. I should never give you a business card and say, call my friend, I talked to him yesterday, and they said they needed what you offer. And they're not even expecting your phone call. So a lot of times I'll make the phone call with them there and then say, hey, I'm standing in front of the vendor or the person, and then I'll put them on the phone with the other party and then let them talk, and it's much warmer that way.
Okay, all right, great. And Robert, you just got finished talking, so I'll ask Katie. Katie, tell us more about the business, your business.
Thank you for asking. Build Your Net, like Robert had said earlier, is an industry-exclusive, referral-based networking group. We really have put the business together because we networked quite a bit. We both love networking, and we had reached out to different networking groups and had gotten a lot out of it, but we were still wanting certain elements to be all in one place, and that's how we created the platform for Build Your Net. It's not a new concept, but probably what separates it is the fact that we have our stamp on it.
Right.
And we love it. We're expanded in the Jacksonville area right now. We have 3 groups established, the 4th launching on the 17th. We just launched the company in June of last year, and we'll be, our goal is to launch 5 groups a year for the next 10 years, and that's our goal. We're expecting that goal to increase as we move along and iron out all the wrinkles and make sure it's a smooth running operation.
That sounds great. Yes, you guys are definitely on point for your goal for a year. If you're working on your, you said your 4th?
Yes.
Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. And Katie, again, can you tell us how individuals can take part in this awesome opportunity?
Yes, by all means. We are going to be looking to expand outside of the Jacksonville area, and we're also working on developing some online tools for those who can't be in a physical group. So to learn more about Build Your Net, visit www, of course, .buildyournet.info. buildyournet.info, I-N-F-O, and you'll be able to have our contact information as well as learn more about the chapters that are already established in the philosophy of BYN.
Okay, thank you. And Robert, one last question for you. You said it was a referral group, and can you tell us a little bit more about how the referrals work?
The way the referrals work in the group is we have a section of the group that's called referral and success slips. And the referral slips are in front of everybody in the group, and they have your name and your email and your phone number, and then the person that you're referring to them's name, phone number, and email, and what the contact is regarding while you're referring the person. And then during that time of the group, when we're going around the table, I may stand up and say, I have a referral for Ms. Akers. It's somebody who needs a website to be taken care of, and then we have on that referral slip also hot, warm, or cold. So you know how ready that person is. Sure. And then there's boxes on how to contact the person. And at the bottom it'll say, I've already contacted the person, they're expecting your phone call, we can call together. And then there's an empty space that you can actually write something in yourself if you have a different way of kind of putting them together. And that referral slip actually allows that person to be able to contact the referral, and then what we do is on that next week we check back to make sure that referral was contacted, and on the success slips you put on there how many referrals you received, how many you've given, how many one-on-ones you've had, which is your opportunity to meet with somebody else in the group to find out more about them, how much money you made from the referral. All that information is recorded because on a weekly basis Ms. Akers updates that on the website, and she mentions it at the end of the group so that the attendees know how well the group is doing for the people involved. So referrals are really powerful, and it helps the small business owners have a place to come to grow their business and not have to cold call, to be able to trust who they're doing business with. And so it really works as well. And like Ms. Akers said, it's not a new concept. We just tweaked it a little bit to fit some other people who weren't interested in the other different ways of doing it. But it's a concept that's been around, and it's really a fantastic concept. Yeah.
Great. It sounds like it is, and I'm familiar with a couple of the other groups you're talking about, and you're philosophy sounds really great, so I'm sure that's why you're so successful in launching your chapters the way you do. Can you provide, oh no, Katie, did you have one?
No, I was just going to add that another thing that probably separates us from the other groups that are the same style group is that our point of entry is more cost effective in this economy.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a lower point of entry
okay.
than some other groups that may be industry exclusive, referral based.
Okay, great. That's good to know. So could you provide, Robert, could you provide your contact information one more time?
Yes, if you want to go online, you can go to www.buildyournet, BUILDYOURNET.info. My number is 904-383-5942, and Ms. Akers' number is 904-509-7001. You can contact us as the founders of the company, and we can answer all questions, and a lot of information is right on the website, but we're definitely comfortable talking to anybody that wants to call and ask questions. Absolutely.
Absolutely, and I can tell you're both really comfortable talking to anyone, so that's probably another reason why you're successful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, Robert and Katie, thank you so much for being with me here today. I enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll have you back again, and we can see what more successes that you've had.
That would be great. Thank you. We
Great.
look forward to it.
Great. This concludes this segment of Community Central TV, and hope to see you back here soon.